You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
I'll
we're
start.
started.
Oh, are we in? Wait, we're in.
Oh, this is
Hey, Tuesdays, everybody.
That's
Good
the
to be
most
here.
organic start we've ever had in the history of the show.
Yeah, it felt right and wrong somehow.
Yes, like anal sex.
Aha. I did that last night.
Is that true?
Well, close. On accident.
Oh, I never buy that accidental anal.
Well, I slipped,
Great band,
I
but
slipped in a bowling alley. But it was a long night. Strike.
oh boy.
7-10 split indeed.
Yeah, we will spare this story for another time.
Hey, this is where minds are in the gutter here.
Yep. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Gutter was going to be mine, so now I'm stuck with
Well,
nothing. Planks.
Take your 3 fingers out of my holes. All right.
Oh boy.
Clean your bowl.
I got 10 fingers.
Oh, boy. Those finger holes, what the hell is in those things? That's years and years of just crud and gook and whatever.
Hey, you can't say gook.
Goop.
Goop. Yes.
Sorry.
Goop is probably not cool either.
And plus the shoes, too. You're wearing shoes from 800 different soles.
Well,
know?
you got to wear socks, certainly.
Well, that's right.
That's why the Big Lebowski wore them without socks.
Whoa.
Because he wore the jellies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The jellies.
He never wore socks at any point.
That was a great film.
Oh, tremendous.
I call people Donnie from Lebowski every time somebody goes, "Who are you talking about?" What was that? I'm like,
right.
What are you, Donnie?
Yeah.
They never get it.
Yeah.
But man, that was a good flick.
Yeah, tremendous. Gets better every time you see it.
Totoro?
Yes.
Totoro?
Totoro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
You ever go to that store in the East Village or the West Village? There's a store dedicated to Big Lebowski on
No.
Sullivan, or maybe it's on Thompson. I think it's on Thompson. It's right by the cellar, and they have a store that's dedicated. It's the Big Lebowski store, and they sell all the T-shirts and the mugs and the DVDs and the wigs. And it's a little annoying because the guy is like a douche.
Yeah.
He comes in and you walk in and he stands up and walks and he's like, "Welcome to the store," and then he guilt trips you. He's like, "Yeah, thanks for being here." A lot of people just think this is like a museum. They think they can just walk around and look at stuff.
Oh, he wants you to buy something.
Yeah, and what people do, I'm like, well, you have a Big Lebowski store.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Big Lebowski needs other than to look at stuff and be like, "Oh, that's neat."
Also, Lebowski wouldn't buy shit if he was there.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
Saying true to form, Lebowski was a real, slacker, deadbeat.
Yeah.
He bought milk and vodka, and that's about it.
And the check is September 11th, 1991.
Ah.
That's interesting, huh?
How about that?
Yeah.
There you go.
9/11.
I don't think that movie did well either.
I don't think initially it did great, but now it's got that cult
Exactly.
classic, boobily boo, boppity bing.
Same with Shawshank.
Aha.
Did not do well in the box.
Yeah. Based on the Stephen King novella.
He's from Maine,
He certainly is.
Aha.
Yeah, I've spent some time in Maine.
the most coastline of any state.
Yes, that is true. Only one syllable state.
There you go.
Oh boy, I like sitting with my legs crossed. I don't mind. The testicles, they mush in the spot, but it doesn't hurt.
That's true. They mush. They find their way.
Yes, they find a way.
Yes.
That's what life is. Testicles and semen and whales and finding their way.
Sperm whale.
How about that lion that got killed?
Cecil.
Is that his name?
Cecil B. DeMille.
Cecil Fielder.
Yeah. It's funny because Facebook goes every twisty, turny, right, left, up, down. It's like, people are like, the lion's dead. Another guy goes, well, people are dying. And then the other guy goes, well, chickens are dying.
Right.
It's like, oh, boy. That's why I stay out of it.
I can't read any of it. It's all nonsense. Andy Sanford wrote something today that was funny. He's like, the lion has nothing to do with Sandra What's-Her-Toes that got killed by cops. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm posting about, he's like, yesterday I posted about spaghetti. It doesn't mean I think it's more important than a black person getting murdered by police.
That's a good
I'm
point.
just talking about that. It's such an annoying thing because, it's all this lion stuff or police brutality. And I'm like, hey, I'll be at the Chuckle Nuts in
Right.
Baltimore. And people are like, hey, pal, people are dying. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I'm a comedian. I'm trying to put a show here.
People died every day People died just now.
Someone's
Someone died.
getting raped. Why we say this?
Right.
Isn't that crazy? Somewhere right now, somebody's getting raped.
Yeah, send a pic.
Probably in the asshole. There's probably an asshole raping happening right
Ooh,
now.
Dry anal rape. That is something.
What do you think of these statistics that statistically, because of prison, men actually get raped more than women? You ever hear that?
Oh, yeah, but a male rape joke is all fine. No one's
Certainly.
writing in. No one's complaining about that.
No write-in.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I got a new thing I'm doing in my act now about how, and the women hate it. But I'm so happy with it. The ladies, they give you all that, like, she's not fat, she's beautiful, shut up.
Yeah.
So I say, like, Lena Dunham's gross, and they all go, she's beautiful, and I go, well, you kind of look like her, and they go, hey, and I go, aha.
Right.
It's
Interesting.
It's a fun move.
It's always weird, those things, because they're like, well, I've talked about this before, maybe on the pod, like, they show, a naked woman and she's heavy, or the bra thing where they're heavy and, big is beautiful. But it's like, what? You're unhealthy, though. You're not supposed to be that size.
Sure, exactly.
So, I don't know. And then, of course, the Chris Christie, who knew? I don't, what are we going to do?
I think it all just comes down to, hey, just don't be mean. Like, it's not fat shaming. Like, let's not give it all these names. Just don't go around calling people fat.
Right.
Just don't be mean. Don't call people ugly. Don't call women ugly and all that.
Yeah. Some people are fat and ugly.
Oh yeah, but you just shouldn't say it. You say it, in a case with the door closed.
Right. Yes. Or on a podcast.
Or on a
speaking of which, I gotta address this now.
Oh, boy.
These fans, they take it and they run and they start the beefs. Evidently, we made a crack about Lewis not paying me last
did you?
week. I don't know. I don't even remember. Maybe you did. Maybe I did. I have no idea.
He's never had to pay me.
But he wrote the roast joke because I wrote.
Yeah.
And evidently, one of us was like, "Oh boy, he's not gonna pay this deadbeat." So now everyone's tweeting at him going, hey, List wants his money. Why don't you pay him, you piece of shit?
Oh, wow. I like
that. So I
that.
get a text from him being like, hey, fuckface, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Sometimes in this podcast, I don't even know what we talked about 3 minutes ago.
But you do want the money.
Yeah, but it's not a thing. We're joking. He hasn't paid me. I was like, oh, yeah, Lewis hasn't paid me.
All right.
It's not on my mind. I'm not... He made it seem like I went on here and was like, hey, fucking... Here's the thing about Luis Gomez. He doesn't pay the money he owes.
Right.
This piece of shit.
Yeah.
This deadbeat. I'm like, maybe we were joking. I have no idea. I'm like, it's not on my mind.
Right. But did he pay you?
Well, he's like, I have the money. He's like, I told you I would have paid you because you went to Montreal. He's like, I'll pay you before. And I was like, no, I don't care. Pay me whenever. I don't give a shit.
Well, there you go.
And then he's like, hey, you fuck face. You're telling people. And he's like, people are tweeting at me.
Well, speaking of paying, I got to throw this. This is the opposite of Lewis. Best paying comedian in comedy. I call him the Robin Hood of comedy. Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, this is our third episode in a row we've talked about him.
I mean, this guy, he's the man of the people.
Yeah.
I did his show, the storytelling show at the Creek. Sold out, packed out. You couldn't move in there. Should I say what he paid?
Sure. You said it last week.
Oh, this is a different one.
Oh, wow.
This is last night.
Oh, wow.
And it was a great show. His fans are amazing. I told a fun story. I got off stage. He hands me $250.
Wow.
10 minutes.
Wow. Because I think the week before, the one at the Cellar was even more money.
That was $400.
Yeah.
$400.
We've dedicated 3 episodes in a row to Ari Shaffir pay.
Yeah, we love you, Ari. And he did the whole thing shirtless. It's a thing now. It's fun.
He's got a pretty good bod.
Not bad. He doesn't work out. It's gifted. It's
Yes.
a touch from God.
I think it's Israeli because they were enslaved, I think, or something, maybe. Were
maybe.
they Jews enslaved?
Pakistanis don't like him. Something's going on.
No, I don't think many people like them.
Palestine. Sorry.
Palestine, but Pakistan probably as well.
Sure, I don't like him.
Yeah, there's a lot
Ari.
of problems.
Not the Jews.
But I think I think they built the pyramids, maybe.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think there was some slavery happening.
Yeah.
Maybe not the pyramids.
I think
can't
they
remember.
did build the pyramid.
Yeah, and slavery.
Yeah, Jews with the Moses. And
Right.
Let my people go.
Is that the Egypt?
Yes.
Wow, I thought that was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Let my Cameron go.
Thanks for coming, everybody. So anyway, I got to get into some of this Ireland business.
Joe List just back from, what do you call it?
The Emerald Isle.
There it is.
Yes.
Irish Springs, me laddie.
Yes, Kelly, Kelly from the Emerald Isle. Woo! What a fine country that is over there.
Lay it on. I love the photos.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Joe List Comedy. I really brought the heat when I was in Dublin there. Yeah, hell of a country. Very small country. The furthest drive from corner to corner is like 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
Teeny. More people
Tiny.
live in London than live in the nation of Ireland.
Oh, wow.
The Kingdom of Ireland, if you will.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and I learned a lot about the country and the people and the whatnots, but what a great time. First of all, I got to thank everybody over there. The Vodafone Comedy Festival. I'll put a word in. You got to go do this festival.
I would love to do it. I talked to Mulaney yesterday.
Oh, the money's great, and
Yeah.
the shows are great, and the people are great, and the city is great, and I got 3 hand jobs and 1 foot job.
Not too shabby.
But there really was a lady that came on to me pretty hard. I'm going to tell this out of order. She was a Swedish massage. Masseuse?
Masseuse.
What makes you a Swedish masseuse? She was Irish.
I think it's a type of massaging.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
They have their own format. Or their own style.
Vagina involved?
No, I think they, it's a lady with blonde pigtails, maybe braided, and she really gets a lot of elbow in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I've had a Swedish meatball. I enjoy that.
I love that. IKEA.
Ah.
The Swedes nail everything. Swedish chocolate is good. Swedish massage. Swedish meatball. Swedish.
I like Swiss, too.
Is that the same? Not Switzerland.
No, Sweden is Sweden, and then Swiss is Roger Federer. Swiss cheese, Swiss Alps,
Swiss Miss.
Swiss,
Yeah.
Swiss Mister.
Yes.
So anyways, this woman, after the show, I'm out of order here, so this is like day 4, but this woman, I was talking about, I have the plantar fasciitis, and it really acts up when I'm walking around the city all day long, and there's a lot of standing. You know, these festivals, you're standing around,
Sure.
you're waiting to go on, you're on stage, you're at the after party, boo-boo-boo-boo, bibbly-bop. So I'm standing there, and my legs are killing me. I'm like, boy, my legs they're killing. I'm locking up everywhere. And this woman's like, I can't do the accent real well, but she's like, I'm a Swedish masseuse. And she gives me her card. Her name is Emily. Very beautiful woman. And she's like, so maybe we could have an appointment tomorrow. And I was like, that would be great, because I'm dying. I'd love that. And she's like, yeah, and I do everything.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, wow, great. And she's like, no, I mean everything.
She said that?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
And I was like, all right, well, and she's like, I'm kidding. And I was like, oh, well, I don't, and the whole time I'm just nervous, just making noises. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. And she's like, no, I don't, I'm kidding, of course, but I could do everything.
Whoa.
If we worked out. She's doing like the elbow. It was like classic.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, well, I got a nice wife at home. And she's like, hey, you said she's not here. And I was like, well, I didn't even say that. She's like, I watched your show. You said
that's why you're in.
she's in another country. She's at home. And I was like, oh, I don't, yeah. And she's like, well, she's like, different country. And she like handed me a second business card.
Oh,
2 cards.
2 cards.
2 cards offering the whole thing. And she's like, your wife is in another country. I had to run out of there.
Oh, my Lord.
Plantar fasciitis and all. I was like, I can't be a part of this.
Oh, well, you're a good man for not doing it, but
I could have got a Swedish hand job.
I think so.
Yeah.
And maybe more.
Maybe a anal lube.
A little tickle.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That was pretty exciting. It's a good feeling, you know?
To get hit on.
Yeah, to have somebody hand you their card and be like, I'll do everything. you know?
Wow. Yeah, ladies, you guys are sick of it. We'll take anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weird thing.
It's new for us. We're not liked.
Yeah. Newfoundland.
Uh-huh.
A lot of Swiss there, I bet.
Yeah.
So anyways, I gotta go to Ireland. The festival's amazing, but I'm flying out. I flew out Tuesday night. It's one of these things where you leave at night and get there in the morning, you know, because they're 5 hours ahead, which is exciting. I got the 9 p.m. flight, so I leave early. I take the train, the E train out there, and I'm like, I'm going to leave at 5:30. Give myself so much time to get there. I go down to the E train at Queens Plaza. The train pulls up. I've never taken the train. It's coming from the city all the way out to Queens. It's 5:30. It's packed. And I go, all right, well, luckily I'm leaving early. I can't get on. I got a suitcase. I'm like, I'll catch the next train. I'm trying to be really zen about this.
Yeah.
You know? Next train comes. It's fucking packed to the gill. I've never seen like a Tokyo train where they mush you on. You ever see that?
I hate that with the guy with the stick.
He's got a stick and he prods you on.
And these people have no emotion. They're just these Asians just getting jammed in like sardines.
Yes.
You never see one go, Jesus, come on.
Right. Qdoba. So they never yell Qdoba. So anyways, so I wait for a third train comes, and now I'm starting to sweat because it's 12 minutes in between each train. Now I'm like, well, now I'm starting to push it here. And I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, I'm getting on the next train. I don't care what happens. I got the suitcase and the backpack. It comes on. Once again, it's packed. And I'm like, I got to get on. I said that. I'm like, I've been waiting for 2 trains. I got a flight, and people are looking at me. No one cares. No one speaks English. So I'm just like cramming in there and cramming on. And at one point, they're like, stand clear of the closing doors, and my suitcase is still outside of the train. And I'm sweating. I'm like, I'm trying to pull it on. I'm fucking it. I got my backpack on my head and both shoes in the same foot, and I'm riding the thing. I finally get on, and it just crushed on there. And I was standing with like a black guy who looked like the guy from The Office. Like he was like an older dad, balding guy, and like his 2 daughters who were like 10 and 14, and like we're crammed together, so we're like touching, and I can feel his looking at me like, you fucking creep, my daughters, and I'm like, I'm sorry, we're just crammed on here. And like our arms are touching, I'm touching a child. It feels very uncomfortable.
Oh, that's brutal.
And it's a long train. Finally, we get like way the fuck out into Queens, and everybody lets off, so it's empty. So I get on the train, I get to the airport there, and it's packed. The line is forever long, and now I'm starting to be like, okay, shit, I can't miss this flight. I'm still here early, no big deal. And I'm half listening, I'm texting. I hear my name over the loudspeaker.
Oh, that's the worst.
While I'm in line for security. Joseph List, please report to the... So I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And I can't be one of these guys that's like, can I cut in front of you?
I can't either.
I can't do it.
I can't. I could be on fire. I can't do it.
I don't have it in me. They're calling my name. I'm like, I'll just wait it out.
Right.
And so I'm texting Jason Canner, and he's like, get to the front as fast as you can. I text Sarah. She's like, tell everyone you got to go. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I physically can't be like, can I go ahead of you? I just can't. I don't have it in me.
Ironically, Cantor can do it.
Yes.
He can do it.
He's a canner.
Yeah.
So finally, I waited out. I get through there. I get through security. I throw my shoes on. I throw my stuff out. I come running through the airport. I'm sprinting. My flight's at 9, and it's like 7:40.
Yeah.
So it's an hour and 20 minutes. I come running through. I drop my ticket at one point. Some guy's like, ho, ho, ho. And I had to like do the brakes and run back, grab my ticket. I'm like, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm gay.
Right.
I come running. Sorry. So I run over there, and I'm up to the desk, and I'm like, hey, it's Joe List, I'm here. And the terminal's packed. Everyone's just sitting there looking at me, all these big Irish dumb faces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm here. Sorry. I want to get on. The guy's like, what? He's like, we don't start boarding for another half hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, they called my name. And he's like, no, I didn't.
Huh.
And I was like, well, a woman called my name, Joseph List.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I haven't called anyone. He's like, we just got here. So
What
and I'm
the
like,
hell?
what are you talking about? I was like, take my ticket. I was like, check something. They said Joseph List on the thing. It was a woman's voice.
Right.
And so he types in the computer. He's like, no,
Huh.
we board in a half hour. So I'm just sweating, and that's it. That's the end of it. And so I'm looking, and everyone's looking at me on the seating in the seats. They're just like, what's up with this guy? What's wrong with this guy? And I'm like, I started talking to the people. I was like, they called my name. I heard my name here.
You're that guy now.
Yeah. So I'm like, and everyone just, no one, it's again, these Irish people are just like, yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Right.
And so I had to like go catch my breath. It was scary though.
That is terrifying.
I'm running, my shit's falling, I'm sweating, and they're like this. Yeah, no, we never called you, but I know I heard my name.
Yeah.
They said clear as mud, Joseph List.
But weren't you a little relieved?
I was relieved, but it was also, I was like annoyed that I just ran there, and I was like, then you have that realization, moments in life where you're like, you think something's one way, and then when you realize it's not, you're like, why did I even think that? It's 7:40. Why would I have to run to the plane? My flight leaves in an hour and 20 minutes.
That's true. And also, thank God you didn't cut everybody, because then you'd be sitting there with a newspaper, and people are coming through like, that fucking dick.
Yeah, there's the asshole.
Yeah.
Reading Maxim.
Right.
But anyway, so then I get on there. I love those transatlantic flights.
Oh, they're so relaxing.
They're huge.
Yeah.
You get a meal, and there's more leg room, and there's space. I had no one sitting next to me, and I bought the new computer last week.
Oh, the Air.
I bought the MacBook Air on your suggestion. I'm loving it. I've never had a computer.
It's a dream.
It's so nice. I never had one. You download a video, it just plays. I got porn now.
Yeah, baby.
I'm kind of getting into porn.
It's lunch.
Yeah, I've tried it out. I've taken a couple spins. Pretty cool.
What's your genre?
I've never really gone, so now I have all these things. I'm clicking. I'm like a mother who just bought like a computer for the first time, like an immigrant or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like Philomena. I'm like, oh, they have shoe porn. Oh, they got cum in my eyes, and
They got it all. Come on my glasses.
I can't. I look for 30 seconds. I go to another one.
Yeah, well, that's the porn internet way.
But I'll say this, and it's gonna sound like I'm joking or facetious, but she doesn't listen to the show. It all comes back to my girlfriend when I'm masturbating. It's got to be sex I've had.
I can't buy it.
I can watch a black guy eat a white woman's dick while he watches, and there's a chicken involved. But it's fun. But then I'm like, I gotta jerk off thinking about the sex I had 2 nights ago.
Really?
Because it's real. That's what I had. It's an experience.
I hear you, but I look at the sex I had as that was rough.
I can masturbate to an ex.
Whoa!
You know what I mean? Like that's sex or something. That doesn't really work for me because it's faded.
Interesting.
So I enjoy a porn, but it gets me in the mood. But then it goes back to what I have experienced personally.
Right.
It's not because of any deep love. I love my girlfriend deeply, but it's because of that's what I've experienced.
It happened.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do that in a joke, but I'm like, that's just other people having sex. I don't care that this guy and that woman.
But don't you want to watch sports on TV and not think about sports you've played?
Oh, that's different though,
I guess so.
I'm not getting myself to climb it. Like I could watch a porn with somebody I know in it. You know what I mean? If it's like some girl I do comedy with,
Oh, that would
a
be
video of
fun.
her getting fucked, I'd be like, oh yeah,
Aha.
fuck, Susie Jones.
Right. That's interesting because that's kind of why I'm not into sports that much because I'm like, I don't know these guys. What do I care?
Right, but that's different because the result is unknown. It's
Yes.
unfolding in front of me. It's
Unpredictable.
drama. Who is
Yeah.
going to win?
Right.
In a porn, I know who's going to win. The guy's going to come. He wins. He
I guess
comes in her
so.
hair, and then she
Yeah.
cries.
The guy always wins.
In the porn. Well, not necessarily. You can get porn where the guy's tied up and getting,
That's true. That's
punched in
true.
the face. I like, we've said it before, I like a reverse bukkake.
I'm down with that.
I like a bunch of women squirting all over a guy's eyes.
Yeah.
It's my dream.
I like the guy to have a little umbrella.
Yeah. I even wouldn't mind a woman spraying me with a hose or a sprinkler.
Interesting.
Yeah, just pretend it comes out of her vagina.
All right.
So anyways, I got the computer. That's exciting.
Yes.
So I watched a movie. Oh, man. I texted you about it. You got to see this movie, The 7-5.
I'm dying. I've talked to 3 people. They're all obsessed with it.
Documentary about, what do you call that? A region, a district?
Corrupt crime in the city?
No, the police
Precinct.
number. A precinct!
There it is.
It's about the 75th precinct in the 1980s, and this guy, Michael Dowd. I mean, this guy is a real first-class criminal cop. And it's fascinating. It's New York 70s, 80s, and it is
love
an
it.
incredible movie.
Now, is this Brooklyn, Manhattan?
Brooklyn. It's
Okay.
East New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's wild. It's still wild now.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, so I watched that on the plane. It makes a plane pass by. You watch a flick on there.
Yeah, you don't want the movie to end. You know, you're at your good seat. The
Yeah.
air conditioning's nice. It's great.
It was great. So I get to Dublin in the morning. Of course, I get there at 8:30 in the morning. No hotel room till 3 in the
Oh,
afternoon.
I hate that. We got to change that system, folks.
Bad cyst.
I thought over in Ireland it'd be different, but
Well, here's the reason the system exists, though. If it was going to be otherwise, when you check out, you'd be kicking you out at 7 in the morning.
you know, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So the back end
Well,
it works out for you.
Great system, folks.
Love the cyst.
Hell of a cyst.
So, anyways, I get there and I'm in the hippest hotel. It's called the Dean.
Ooh.
You ever hear of it?
I have now.
It's brand new, super hip. It's like a Lower East Side, douchey, hip place. The women there are so hot. I can't even describe. All 3 girls that are working there, supermodel, super duper model.
Wow.
Insane. And everyone has a look that I love there. And hopefully my girlfriend won't listen to this because it's not her look. The Irish look of dark black hair and piercing blue eyes.
Oh, I love it.
What a look.
Great look.
That is a great look, lady. And sure, great look on men, too. I don't want to
Sure.
be whatever. Yeah, like dark black hair. And like all these Irish girls have these blue eyes. They're crystal blue.
Wow. See, I'm so
Piercing.
racist. I'm so racist. I pictured a lady holding a baby and a red hair and freckles and like just a dumb one tooth.
No, there's people like that there
Oh,
as well.
okay.
There's plenty of that. But there's a lot of beautiful girls. And then this is like the hip hotel. It's the Dean.
right.
And there's music playing. And there's all these women in the lab. They have all these like hipster books in there, like The Making of the Godfathers, like their coffee table book.
Yeah, right.
And like Wes Anderson's there smoking a pipe, and it's really just a cool place. It was annoying I had to wait so long. So I dropped my bags off and I just went out in the city. I love being in a foreign city. I'm like, no map. I'll just go
Yes.
walk around and get a feel for it. And you start discovering all this stuff, and then you discover a new street, and you take a turn. You're like a record store, a bar, a pub. That's that thing. I love it. It's such a fulfilling feeling walking around a foreign country by yourself.
And the accents are fun.
Oh, I love the accents, and the women are sexy, and the men are cool, and I don't know if the men are cool. I just wanted to say a thing.
I can see the cool men.
Yeah, there's some cool men.
Yeah.
I'll take it back. They're
All
cool
right.
men. So anyways, I go do that. That was great. I want to get to this, though. This is the creme de la gem. Saw the wildest brawl I've ever seen
Ooh.
ever in my life. Me and Michelle Wolf is there. She arrives day 2. I went in a day early to get acclimated.
Good for you.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I got to tell this part. A lot of exciting
Lay it
stuff.
on me. I'm a bukkake me.
Yeah. So hey, let me ask you this. Are you familiar with Ed Sheeran?
The musician.
Musician.
I've
yeah.
heard of him. I
Tell
don't
me
know-
what you know about him.
I've heard he's a big deal over in the Emerald Isle, but I don't know. What is he, a pop guy?
Pop guy. He's a big deal internationally. Well, I guess anywhere outside of here is international.
Right.
But he's a huge deal here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to see him at Global Fest in the Central Park. It's Ed Sheeran, Coldplay, Beyonce, and Pearl Jam.
Good Lord.
So that's where he's at. He's headlining with these people.
Yeah.
He's sung on stage with Elton John. I'd never heard the guy before in my life.
You like it?
Other than, it's not really my cup, I don't think.
Ah, boy.
Very talented guy. But here's the thing. So the guy that's running the show, the festival, emails me, and he's like, hey, he's his tour agent for Ireland. And he's like, Ed Sheeran, he's playing this football stadium Friday, Saturday, 84,000 seats, both sold out.
Holy moly.
So the Wednesday, he's going to work his set out or run
Oh,
his
my
set.
Lord.
And it's at this bar called Whelan's, which is like this big Irish rock club around the corner from the hotel. And ironically, it's one of the places I walked by, and I was like, maybe I'll go here tonight. I want to go see some local music. Maybe I'll come to Whelan's. I get an email from the booker of the festival, and he goes, it's invite only, like 200 people. He's running the thing. And I'm like, well, I got to see this. I'm in. I'm down.
Yeah.
It's fucking invite only. So I show up there, and there's all this security, 1,000 people, girls screaming, because the word is getting out that Ed Sheeran's playing this bar. So I walk up, and I'm like, hey, I'm Joe List. I'm on the list. And they're like, shit their pants because I'm on the list. My name's List.
Right.
They stamp me. I go in, 200 people there, and people are like freaking out. There's all these Australians. They won some radio contest, and they flying them around the world to see Ed Sheeran.
Wow.
So now this is exciting because it's a weird place to be because I've never seen this guy. I never heard of this guy.
Yeah.
But evidently he's like a monster megastar.
You didn't give him a Google, anything at home?
I did a little Google.
All right.
I did a little Google. He played with Taylor Swift. He's written some Taylor Swift songs. Elton John loves him. He's been on stage with Elton John. He's 24, this kid.
Oh, my Lord.
So I'm thinking he's like some dance guy, you know, like Backstreet. Yeah, some weird bullshit.
Yeah. What do you call it? Boy band bullshit.
A boy band guy.
Yeah.
So so now I'm sitting in the audience, standing there. It's a standing room only bar show. And this guy that opens for him is pretty cool. He's fine. And it starts to pack in a little bit. And I'm like, I have no idea what's going to come out.
Yeah.
So this guy comes out, not a good-looking guy.
I like that.
He's like a pale, white, pudgy redhead with a beard. His hair's all fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
He's all gooey.
Pasty?
He's like a pasty, Irish-looking guy.
He's a pasty pastry.
Yes. And I was like, huh, weird. And there's no band. It's just he plays like a guitar thing and then loops it and he sings a bunch. And It's not really my cup.
Yeah. Is it kind of flowery? Like, I love you, baby.
Yeah, it's a little flowery, but it's got some meat on it.
Okay.
You know, he plays like some percussion on the guitar. He does cool things.
Interesting.
But here's the thing. I got the plantar fast, and I've walked about 10 miles that day, and it's a standing room only, so I'm standing for like an hour. My legs are just killing me.
Yes.
And I'm on no sleep. I'm all off, jet lag. So I watched between you, me, and the lamppost and the desk and the listeners. I listened to about 3 songs. Yeah. Stuck a thumbtack in it. I got bragging rights, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I'll see you later.
Wow.
So then I walk out, and there's like 1,000 girls. Like as soon as the door opens, they're trying to get a glimpse, and they're like, ah!
Wow.
And here's this American asshole with glasses being like, all right, take it easy, ladies.
It's hilarious.
And it was only a stamp only. I wish there was like a wristband I could have given a girl the dream of her lifetime.
Right.
Because all these people, they paid $300 to go see him in a football stadium.
Yeah.
And that's what's so interesting. I'm watching from like literally too close to have a baseball pass. That's how close I am to him. It would be weird if we were have a pass.
Yeah.
And these people are going the 300th row. They're sitting 800 yards from at a football stadium.
Yeah.
And I'm standing. I felt guilty that I got the ticket.
Oh my God! Well, a couple things, different strokes for different blokes, as they say. Because these people travel from all over the world. You don't give a shit. Great, but I gotta say, you gotta love women. This guy's a pasty pastry. He looks like ass, but they still want to bang him.
Right.
I love that.
He's talented.
Yeah, because guys will take a little bit of talent, but if you're unattractive, I don't know.
Right, but there's not gonna be a ton of guys being like, oh my God, look at her.
Exactly. Thank God, we guys are blessed with that. The fact that women can find talent hot.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Lucky.
I haven't found it. Maybe I'm not that talented.
Oh, come on! You got the masseuse.
The masseuse was nice.
She saw the act.
That was probably accent and American.
Hey, take what you can get, buddy.
That's true. My girlfriend finds me attractive.
There you go. Well, I've talked to her.
Well, she likes me at least.
Yeah, she's a fan.
Yeah, I think so. So anyways, I went to the Ed Sheeran. That was wild. But let me get to this brawl.
Oh, I can't love a good Irish street brawl.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I grew up in Boston. I spent all my time there in New York, in nightclubs, and I've seen a lot of brawls, a lot of fights, a lot of melees.
Yeah.
This was the creme de la creme.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, that's Irish, right?
Sure.
I mean, it was insane. So Michelle Wolf gets to town, and it's night. I'm there for 36 hours walking around by myself, which I like doing, but then after a while, you want a buddy.
Yeah.
So Wolf gets in town, wonderful comedian, Michelle Wolf. Check her out. She was on Seth Meyers, yada, yada. Sweet gal. She gets there, and so I'm like, we'll walk around. I'll show you some of the things I've seen. And we're going into bars, and because all these pubs are great. They're classic. So we go into one, and we're having a drink. There's a guy playing guitar everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Every bar has a guy singing fucking Home Boys Home. And it's really fun. And so we go there, and then after a while, we're like, all right, let's hit the bricks here. So we're walking out, and in the big window, she's like, oh, my God. I look up. Huge brawl happening in the streets, 3 in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Middle of the afternoon. It's 2 door guys from the bar next door versus a guy and a woman.
Whoa.
They don't have this don't hit a woman thing there.
Whoa.
They're fighting, and they have a big meth problem in Dublin.
Ah.
A lot of heroin, a lot of meth, a lot of booze, of course. So they're fucking brawling in the street, and it's like 2 guys versus this one guy, and the guy just keeps coming. I think he's all methed out or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're punching him and fucking... Most fights I've ever seen have been like 20 seconds long.
Sure.
This fight lasted 4 to 6 minutes.
Ah.
Which is a marathon brawl.
Now, can I ask you, are there Afro-Americane door guys there like there are here? Like everybody's
No,
black?
There's no black people there.
Okay.
There's like 11.
All right.
They didn't start allowing black people into those countries till like the 60s.
Oh, that was an allowance.
Legitimately, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, we had racism where it was like enslaved and separate. They like England just didn't have black people coming in. I'm probably gonna get tweets from fans from England that are
Sure.
like, that's not exactly true, but that's pretty close to true. I think.
I didn't know that.
They just were like, yeah, you're not coming in here.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, and then England was like involved in the slave trade, but they like weren't having their own slave. It was pretty wild.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of history.
They were the middleman for the slaves, maybe.
I believe so.
We bought them, they shipped them.
Right, I believe so. And so yeah, there wasn't black people in the UK or Ireland.
So the door guys look like the guys in the bar.
They're big, white, fucking meaty Irish guys.
Uh-huh.
And they are fucking fist blazing. And there's no like, every fight I've ever seen in the States is like rabbit punches and people
Yeah.
are missing. It's like flaily.
Right.
These are like, gah, yeah, like a UFC fucking brawl.
I love it.
And at one point he gets knocked down, he falls through the trash can, and he's on his like back, and he's like kicking his legs up. He's kicking from the ground.
Yeah.
And at one point they kick him in the back, and then he gets up, and they just fucking like punch him again. Oh shit! I just ripped my headphones out
Who's
here.
the bouncers punch him?
The bouncers are beating the fuck out of the the.
We'll call him
the
Danny
guy.
Boyle.
He's in a white tracksuit too, like
Oh,
classic
I love it.
tracksuit, and all their thugs are in tracksuits over there.
Yeah.
Like everyone I told the story to, like, was he in a tracksuit? And I was like, yeah. They're like, yeah, he's a bad guy.
Oh,
it's
that's-
like a weird uniform.
That's kind of bled into Boston a little bit.
Completely.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing I wanted to say too. Like, Boston is all Irish this, and we're Irish that, and everything is all Irish pride, and everyone's Irish. They kind of nailed it. The cities
Yeah.
are very similar. All the
Interesting.
bars look similar. It's a very
Right.
similar vibe.
Yeah.
Like, completely. I'm like, oh, this feels like home to me.
Interesting.
And so they're fighting. And at one point, the guy's on the ground. He's like bleeding. He's beat up. And the 2 guys, they just kind of let him be. They don't even hit him while he's on the ground. And I was like, well, that's commendable. That guy's like a real man. You
I
know?
like that.
Which is kind of what we were talking about last week. Like, he got beat up, and he's like, well, I win, and here I am.
Yeah.
And then the woman comes running over, and he just fucking blasts her in the face. Full on punch to the face as hard as he could, and she didn't go down.
Whoa.
She was just like, ugh. I mean, she was rocked.
Wait, who hit who?
The bouncer guy punches the woman, because
Oh
the
my
woman's
God.
with the guy.
Oh,
and she's like, fuck
okay.
you, mate, you fucking... And he's just like,
Oh, wow.
wham.
Wow.
Like, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Holy shit.
Because it's been so beaten in, no pun intended. Like, you don't
Yeah,
hit women, you
right.
can't hit a girl. And normally in the States, if that happens... Like, in the States, a woman could be punching a guy in the face as hard as she can, and then he, like, grabs her by the arm and is like, knock it off, you cunt.
Yeah.
Someone will run over and fucking hit him in the face.
Yes.
Be like, hey, you leave her alone.
Right.
Even if she's the one
Sure.
that's beating him. Nobody did shit. It was just like, all right.
Wow.
But here's the thing. We missed the beginning of the fight. So I don't know what happened in the beginning, but something went awry.
Uh-huh.
Clearly. And then this is funny, too, because then the guy gets back up, and he's like, you hit my fucking... And so he starts brawling again.
Yeah.
Then one of the boutique owners, it's like a little like quiet street there,
Yeah.
like a touristy street. The woman runs out and just like pulls her grate down of her business.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's like, everyone's like, lock up shop. And this other guy, he starts locking up his store. Like, everyone just starts locking up their stores.
Yeah.
And like pulling their chairs in.
It's like a hurricane's coming.
Exactly. It's like, oh, here it is. It's 3 o'clock.
It's a twister.
So this, the guy in the white tracksuit who's been beaten, he just keeps coming back. He picks up a chair, like one of those like white ice cream shop chairs, like a little like metal, neat kids chair.
Yeah.
Whatever. He picks it up and just fucking like crushes this guy in the back.
Oh my God.
Nails him, and he's like, ah! And he gets like hit, and the guy winds up the chair. It's like a saloon brawl.
Oh,
it's
wow.
crazy.
Ice cream chair.
Yes, and so it's crazy. It's extra surreal because we're still inside this bar, so I'm watching behind glass.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Wow.
So he winds to hit the chair again, and the second bouncer, the partner, he grabs the chair out of his hand like a wrestling match.
Yeah.
And he rips the chair out of his hand, and then the guy's like, Take it back. Forget it. It's like a weird thing when you introduce a chair into a fight, and then you're like, never mind.
Right. Yeah.
And so the guy, now he's got the chair. So he hits the guy over the head with the chair.
Oh.
And he keeps coming, though. He gets hit in the top of the head. He's bleeding out of his eye now, the top of his head. The woman, she's coming too. Her eye's bleeding because she got punched in the face.
This tracksuit is ruined.
It's bloody mess. It's a bloody mess.
Wow.
So then he comes back with the chair. The woman comes running back and she's like, fuck you. And the guy, without even thinking, a second punch to the face to the woman.
Oh.
Elbow back, follow through, just whap. And you can hear it like a solid. And she's like rocked again. Doesn't fall down again. I'm like, this woman is the toughest human being I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So then like they hit the guy with the chair again. And now he's down on one knee. And the guy in the tracksuit literally is just taking a blow. Like he's just like, whew. And the top of his head is fucking gush. It's just squirting blood. His eyes squirting blood. And he's just on a knee like it's halftime at a football game.
Wow.
And the two door guys are just standing over there like, catching their breath. Their shirts are a little torn. They're beat up a little bit.
Oh, my God.
The guy, I swear to God, the guy gets up on both feet again and is like, motherfucker! And like gets back going again.
Wow.
And it just keeps going. It's fucking
Jesus
crazy. And they beat him again. And now he's got nothing left. And they're just punching him in the face probably like 8 more times. And finally he just sits on the ground, never gets knocked out, never is like crying. He's just laying there. And the two bouncer guys like gather their shit up and like go back inside.
Wow.
And here's the clinker.
There's more?
The woman yells out as we're leaving. The woman just yells out, "All I wanted was some chips."
Come on.
Chips. Which, by the way, are French fries there.
Well, fries are good.
Fries are pretty good. They're better than a bag of chips.
Wow.
But I was just like, there's no way that's all that happened.
Of course.
So there's no way she was just like, can I have some chips? And then they're like, get her! You know? So I'm like, I wanted to go buy this woman a big bag of French fries.
Yeah.
Here you go, young lady.
Wow.
So then she's laying in the street, and the guy, it's like a dramatic scene because there's a whole crowd in a circle, and he's holding her like her arms and her head is like in her arms, and he's like, I love you, baby. And he's like kissing her on the face. He's like, I love you so much. Because they just been through battle, and they're both bleeding all over each other. And then she's like, I'll kill you. She's like, if I lose this baby, she starts claiming she's pregnant.
Oh, my God.
She's like, if I lose my baby, you'll regret this.
So these people are crazy.
They're crazy. Like, there's no way she's pregnant.
Yeah.
If she is...
Well, pregnant women are hungry.
That's true. If she loses the baby... you got to make better decisions. You shouldn't be in a street brawl.
Yeah, at 3 p.m.
Yeah, it's just no good. So that's how we let. And so then the guy starts yelling, "Somebody call an ambulance! Call an!" And they made like eye contact with me, and I like freaked out. And I was like, "I don't have a phone plan. I'm from the United States.
Yeah.
I'm giving like way too much answers."
Yeah.
Because my fear in a fight is always the guy's like, well, "I can take him.
Yes,
I'll get you.
Yes, exactly.
You come here. You're not going to call an ambulance." So I was like, I got no phone. I have to be on the internet. I got to be back at the hotel. I'm at the Dean. I don't know if you know. It's a cool place.
Right.
And so we got out of there. But here's another thing about Ireland and England, I guess, as well. I didn't go there, but there's no police presence. Like in New York, there's a cop everywhere. I could be talking to a cop within 4 minutes. I could just walk outside. And I guess the recession, there's a big turn down or whatever the fuck you call it. I don't know how politics and money works. But they haven't hired new cops in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So I never saw a cop the whole time I was there.
Oh, wow.
Very bizarre. And so like eventually like 20 minutes later we were walking away and we heard an ambulance coming like much later. But all I could think is like they must be so sore later that day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 2 full punches to and women they're delicate, these ladies.
Of course. They have a higher threshold for pain, I've heard.
That's true, the pregnancy and the business. But
wow, what a sight to see.
Wild ordeal.
That's going down in history as one of the big Tuesday tales.
It was quite a tale.
Whew.
And then so then later we go to an after party after the show. The shows are fucking great.
Yeah.
We go to Whelan's, it's where the after party is. And my feet are killing me, my legs are killing me from all this walking around. I'm like, I got to sit in this chair. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, whew. And all of a sudden I'm like, I feel like my ass feels weird. There's like a weird pinch in my ass. It's like probably a muscle thing.
Oh, boy.
Then I move a little bit. I'm like, God, this really hurts. I don't know what's going on here. I got some sort of, maybe I got to see that masseuse.
Hemorrhoid?
So I move again, and I also am like this, fuck, I'm hurt. I stand up, and there is a 4-inch nail sticking into my ass.
What?
Yeah, and I pointed to I'm like, look at this. And there's a nail sticking into my pant, pierced,
What?
stuck. I had to pull it out and then I sat on a nail.
Is this a prank? Is there a kid running around?
I think it's just an old building. I don't know. It's a weird nail. And then Aparna, I'm with Aparna, I don't know how to say her last name.
Nancharla.
Nancharla. Who's so sweet and hilarious. She's like, you got to get This is all it takes. She's like, you gotta clean that out. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? And she's like, what do you mean? What do I mean? You just sat on a nail in a 1,000-year-old pub.
Right.
So now I was like, oh, fuck me. So I went back, I just showered and soaped up. Hoping to not get.
I think you're fine.
Yeah, but it was terrifying.
Yeah.
You ever stand up and have a nail sticking out of your ass?
I've had a tack, but a nail, no.
It was very, I was attacked by a nail.
Yeah, 4 inches, too. That's dick.
I mean, it was just an Irish dick. Yeah. It was just a little piece. Like, this little piece was in there, but enough to stick in my leg.
Well, yeah.
And let me tell you this. Have you ever looked at the back of your leg and ass in a mirror with a light?
I have.
It is not pretty. What'd you see?
It's Satan's Valley. It's terrifying.
I felt bad for my girlfriend. I sent
Yeah.
her a card and flowers.
I just had this conversation today. This is so funny you bring this up.
It's a wild scene, man.
I went boxing. There's the male shower, and you just see these men bathing, and the soap running down their black crack of their ass, and the saggy butt, and the back fat, and the cellulite, and the love hand. It's like, how do women do it?
It's kooky. I can never let my girlfriend see the backside of my asshole.
No, I walk out the room backwards when I go get a towel.
I gotta back up.
You gotta back it up. Beep, beep, beep.
It looks like a 14-year-old's fat kid's complexion. There's
Yes.
pimples and mounds and scars
It's
and
redness and rashy.
there's whiteheads, Jerry.
Yes.
I got white pimples on my ass.
Oh, I've seen them.
And there's this foal. Could you take care of a couple?
I'll give them a tweeze.
I need a cream. It's a
You need a bomb, baby.
it's a real scene back there.
It's not pretty.
So anyway, I threw up a couple times in the shower. And
Yeah.
then I had to get my life together.
It's a river Hades.
I had to rethink every decision I've ever made by looking at the back of my hamstring.
I don't know how these gals do it. You wonder why it takes so long to get a girl to bed you. That's it.
And I'll tell you, my girlfriend, not to get too personal, but we have, doggy style sex occasionally.
Sure.
She's got a nice smooth leg. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you put a cream? Do you do it? And she's like, no, it's my leg.
It's women. They're built better.
I got a bad stem.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, gross.
Boy, so what were these shows like? Were they in comedy clubs?
Shows were great. It's all tense.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
It was intense.
Aha.
That's fun.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So the thing is like a big park, Ivy Gardens, it's called.
Ooh.
It's the equivalent, I would say, of like Washington Square Park if there wasn't a ton of trees and shit.
Okay.
There's some trees. But like a big, not as big as Central Park, but it's a big grass field right downtown, and they built these giant like heavy-duty tents, not like a go camping tent.
Yeah.
But like a air-conditioned giant, like a 600-seater. That's the big room.
Yeah.
There's bleachers in the back. Then there's like a 300-seater. I did 3 shows at the 300-seater, and then the last day I did the 600-seater, which was great.
Yeah.
And there's 4 tents all in the ground. So you do your show, and then you can walk to another tent and see everyone else. Saw a lot of great sketch comedy. I saw this sketch group called Foil, Arms, and Hog. 3 guys, 3 Irish guys. Hilarious. Check them out. And then this guy, Adam Buxton. You ever hear of him?
I brought him up to Des Bishop, and he's like, oh, that guy's huge.
He's amazing. English guy and does all... He's not a stand-up.
Uh-huh.
He makes these YouTube videos. He makes a lot of videos. And he is great.
Really?
So funny. And such a nice guy.
Give me hum a few bars. What are we talking here with the videos?
Like the one video, he did a Beach Boys video where he like dubbed in sound. He's like, they're my favorite band, but they're getting a little old. And so he takes the clip of them performing, but it's like ba 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 ba. And the whole thing's like that, but it's like it fits so. It looks so
I
good.
see. Wow.
And he does another video. It's like Moby, 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 and then there's a video where it's like just the head of Moby popping up, and then he's like Moby, Moby, Michael Stipe, Moby, Michael Stipe, Michael Stipe, Moby, Bruce Willis, and they all look the same. You know, they all have the same thick black. It doesn't. It's
bald.
very visual, so it's
I
hard
get
to
it.
explain.
Yeah, I hear you.
But he does a bunch of things like that. He did another great video. He took a video of Tom Cruise in the scene where he's reading the letter and from Cocktail, where his buddy Doug kills himself, and he's reading the letter and crying, but he overdubbed it with. It's a letter from his Australian cousins, and they're like, we're coming to visit, mate. We're going to be staying and using your internet and watching all kinds of porn. And it's like
good.
Tom Cruise. It's fucking hilarious. Like, check him out on YouTube. He's got, like, some brilliant stuff, as they would say.
Uh-huh.
And over there, you talk to the audience after the show, and everyone's like, fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
You're brilliant. In the States, I tweeted this, but in the States, everyone's like, you were actually pretty good.
Right.
That was pretty good. Not bad. I actually thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah, why is that?
Over there, you're like, you're fucking brilliant. It's so nice.
Yeah.
They're nice over there.
I think we have so much bad comedy here that you're almost like, that was okay. I thought you were going to trick me like the last guy.
Right. Yeah, I think they're grateful, maybe. Well, they're not punching women in the face. They're very sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was so the shows were great. I got to see Mulaney a couple times. He's great. I'd never seen Nick Kroll before. Mm-hmm. Couple of great. Oh, David O'Donoghue. Did you ever meet him?
No.
He was here for a little bit.
O'Doherty?
O'Doherty. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
he's funny.
O'Doherty. Yeah, I worked with him a bunch. Such a sweet guy.
Yeah, great
so
guy.
nice. And so that was great. And then we just went all around, and it was really amazing. I have one other thing here. Here, you fill in there.
Well, I had a weird sexual experience.
Oh, I wanna
don't know
hear
if you
about
want to
that.
get into that, but
Yes.
oh god, I don't know how much I should say. But so I meet this girl at a show. I hope she doesn't listen to this because she might sue me. She hates me.
Jewish?
No,
Oh, you said Sue.
Hispanic.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know if they're big into the pods. But we hook up after a show. Wild animal roll in the hay. Just raunchy, gross, spitting on stuff, punching. You know, it was like an Irish street fight.
Right. Ice cream chair?
Yeah, I wish that thing's still inside me. So we're going at it, and she leaves something. She leaves like a ring at my house, and I was like, "Oh," she's like, "I left my ring there last night." I was like, "Sure." So we decided to meet up again, but she's like, she's young. She's like, "I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
My parents are out of town this day. You should come by during the middle of the day." So I was like, "All right, yeah." So I go way out to Brooklyn. Her parents own this home in Brooklyn, beautiful home.
Wow.
I go there. I forget the ring. The whole reason to go.
Oh.
And I was like, I forgot the ring. And she was like, well, who cares? My parents are out of town or whatever. They're at work. So
Was
let's
she
go.
11?
She's young.
Okay.
She's of age, but she still lives with her folks. So we go up there. It's weird being in a home. I felt gross. I felt like high school again. Like the parents are coming home. We're going up the stairs. You know,
Right.
There's nice furniture. There's baby pictures. There's a big TV. There's a dining room table. It was crazy.
Like risky business.
Yeah, and it was a weird thing just making that house call the day. Like it all felt. I had a bad feeling about the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we get up to her room, stickers on the wall and shit, and ceiling fan and girl stuff, and I'm like, yeah. So we just go at it, and it's just horrific, wild, passionate lovemaking, just crazy. And she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'm laying there naked, and there's fluids everywhere and blood and screaming, and I'm just like, I can't do this. I can't do this again. I had like this wave of something came over me. I don't know what it was.
Oh,
and I put all my clothes on, and she came back in. She's butt naked. I'm wearing sneakers, and she's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I gotta go." And she was like, "What? We got hours." She had the whole day blocked off.
Right.
And I'm like, "I can't do it. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done. It was too naughty.
Yeah.
This is too much."
Yeah.
I think I was sober. It was too much. I don't know what it was, but I had to go. I was sweating. I was like, I need to leave.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, and she was furious. She was like, you don't bring the ring and da-da-da. I was like, I'll mail it to you. FedEx, ground, air, whatever you want, priority. And first class mail. And I'm making all these jokes. She goes, and she said, this is the nail in the coffin, or the nail in the ass. She goes, stop trying to be funny and just leave.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, you got it.
But that's kind of ideal, isn't it?
Well, I mean, but funny, I do the funny to comfort. It's
Right,
a comforting
right.
thing. It's like, trying to keep it light.
But let me ask you this. When you answer honestly, are you trying to make you comfortable or her comfortable?
Me.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this talk.
There you go. So she's saying, stop and get the
Right.
fuck. And a naked girl telling you that,
Yeah.
standing in front of you, it's like, holy. So I backed out of there. I closed the door behind me, and I went down those stairs like, holy shit, that was bad. And I just
Wow.
walked right down the sidewalk and got on the subway and went home. Yeah.
Did you learn a lesson?
No.
No lesson.
I mean, I learned, I should have brought that ring.
Yeah. You got to bring the ring.
Yeah.
Boy, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was a weird moment. I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. This is too much. It was overwhelming.
I've had that moment many times.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay, that was new for me.
I think I told you that story before. It's a long story, but the time that woman blew me and all my roommates.
Yeah.
And I was like mid blowjob. I was like, I had to stop. I put the brakes on mid blowjob.
Wow.
I was like, I can't. This is topsy turvy to me.
Yes.
Because it was just too wacky.
Right,
Sometimes you have those moments like, this is too screwy. I can't have it.
It was too screwy.
Yeah.
All of it. 2 p.m., middle of Brooklyn, parents' home, baby pictures, walking up the stairs, her childhood bedroom. She's young. It was something.
Any urge to take one of the pictures off the wall as you're leaving? This is a fun keepsake.
Nah, I wanted all out of there.
Right, I hear you.
I took an apple.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I remember.
That was my weird romp.
Yeah, I love a romp.
All right.
Well, hopefully she doesn't hear.
Oh my God.
She could hire her parents to come get you.
Well, I don't think they want to know, but she's a great gal, she's awesome, whatever. It was all me. I just couldn't do it. And I felt guilty. I'm like, what are you're not a man? You're not a man? You can't do it? But I don't know what it was.
Yeah. I don't think that's even a bad story.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're fine. You had to change your heart.
Yeah, I had to change of heart.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about this. I went, the first night I was there, I went walking around, late at night in Dublin. After the Ed Sheeran show, I went back, laid down, rested my feet for a while, but I'm jet lagged, so I'm awake. So I went and I walked around the city late at night, had a cigar with a Cuban. You can get Cubans over there. So I walked around, had a Cuban, and stumbled into the International Bar, which is where they have the comedy club upstairs. That's like their one comedy club. Classic old bar. And I was just in this mood where I was like, I'm going to do wherever the wind blows me. You know what I mean? I'm a stranger in a strange land. And they had a little lounge downstairs. I heard music coming from it, of course. It's Dublin. So I walked downstairs, and it was a music singer-songwriter open mic. And I had a big cigar buzz and like a jet lag buzz. And I hadn't eaten, so I felt like a real body buzz.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, is this chair taken? They're like, yeah, well, we'll move. Take this chair. And it was the most supportive atmosphere.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been to so many comedy open mics where everyone's kind of looking at their own notes and people are bitter. And
Sure.
everyone was so supportive. People were shushing each other while people were playing.
Oh, I love it.
So it'd be this guy with the guitar, and he's like, hey, I wrote this song about my niece. It's not really done yet, but it goes something like this. It was one of those places. And people would start, like, can I have a Bud Light? And like, shh.
Oh,
There's a guy playing over here.
They're so much better than us over there.
Yeah, and a lot of things. I mean,
Yeah.
It's better here.
Okay.
But there's a lot of better things there. Tommy Heen, love you.
What do we have better? Because I'm getting insecure now.
Well, we can make a living doing comedy here.
Aha!
They don't even have an industry there. They
Is
have
that
to go
right?
to London. Yeah, there is no industry in Ireland.
All right, I'll take
You
it.
got to go to London and England. They have they haven't hired a cop in 5 years.
But they don't need them, apparently.
There was a brawl in the street. No one got arrested. A guy punched a woman in the face twice with no
Yeah, I guess so.
remorse and no
There's something kind of quaint about that.
discipline. Not for that girl.
Yeah, I guess so.
Her face isn't quaint. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, neither is her dead baby.
Yeah, and there's no diversity. There's no
Sure.
people there. There's no money. They're still in money is not good there, whatever you call it. I
okay.
don't know how to describe that.
Not worth anything.
The cars are on the wrong side of the road.
Uh-huh.
And, so it's got problems, certainly.
It's a little primitive.
Yeah, America's still a wonderful, wonderful
Okay, I mean,
place.
don't get me wrong. I like it here.
But anyway, so that they're all very supportive, and it was just so cool. I stayed there till the end, and one guy went up and read poetry, and as a comedian, the cynicism, I'm like, how is this guy? You're gonna sit there and read poetry?
I know.
What are you crazy?
Yeah.
But everyone was supportive, and so I got wrapped up in it. And I was like, yeah, tell me your thoughts, bare your
Right.
soul, my friend.
Wow.
And it was really a beautiful experience. And then there was a sing along at the end. The guy running the open mic, he was really sweet and it was really inspiring. And as a comedian, we've had some success, obviously. It's nice to go back and see like what it's like to be starting out and
Yes.
to just be these people are waiting around all night, just grateful to get up and play one
Right.
song.
Oh, yeah. I did an open mic last night.
Yeah, and it was amazing too because I came from the Ed Sheeran show.
The biggest ever to the smallest.
I went from Ed Sheeran to the open mic, and
Right.
they're all playing the same instrument
Uh-huh.
in the same kind of space, really. So it was
Wow.
really,
It's the circle of life. It's the baby and the old man.
it was really enlightening.
Interesting.
So it was interesting to see both those things at the same night. It was really awesome, and I walked back like just feeling so grateful.
Man, you had some real perspectives out there.
Yes, a lot of. I never have more perspective or enlightenment than I'm traveling in a foreign country.
I've always said, I've never said this before in my life, but traveling is the best form of education.
It's the only thing you purchase that makes you richer.
Ooh, who said that?
I'm not sure. I think it's anonymous.
He's good.
Yeah, one of the best. Between you and me and the lamppost, though, I didn't even purchase it. I was paid. I mean, I'm
Even
just so
better.
grateful. Yeah, I made good money.
Wow.
And then this is the last quick tale. Last night I'm there. I kept getting rooms. They have room service. This is the thing. The hotel, the Dean. Here's the bad part about the hotel. It's a nightclub in the hotel and then next to the hotel. Mm-hmm. So you check in. There's earplugs on the desk.
Oh, I don't like that.
And I'm like, why are there earplugs? That's very odd. The music goes till 4 a.m.
Oh, boy.
It's one of the after-hours bars, and they love that Irish stereotype of everyone singing together.
Yes.
They do that, but they do it with like weird, obscure, like 80s and 90s songs. Mm-hmm. So at 3:30 in the morning, literally 3 floors below my room, like I can see the people out my window. It's just, I want to dance with somebody.
Oh God, yeah,
I want to feel the heat all night.
yeah.
Luckily, my jet lag had me where I was falling asleep at 4 a.m. So, like, I was just staring at the ceiling anyways, but it was really intense. Like, so loud. A lot of people, I guess, check out of the hotel the first night. They're like, fuck you, I gotta get out of
wow.
here. Yeah, it's so loud. But, so I've been ordering room service the last, like, late at night.
What are you getting, Rue? You Diana Ross?
I was getting paid well.
Wow.
So I'm getting rooms, and it's cheaper there. Everything's cheaper there.
Okay.
So
not
it's like
$30 for a burger.
Yeah, like their money is worth more than ours, but everything's cheaper than New York.
Yeah.
So I'm getting one of the best burgers I've ever had. The Dean Hotel in Dublin. The guy comes in with the tray, and he's a Latino guy. He's only been in Ireland for 2 years. Like, their workers are starting to be Latino now, I guess, as well. So the guy comes in, he's got the tray with the burger and a Coke with ice, big, like, pint glass of Coke, and the room is tiny, by the way. It's like the tiniest room. It's very quaint. It's old, it's hip.
Right.
And my desk got my computer on there and shit, so I was like, just throw it on my bed.
Yeah.
And I say to him, just let me grab that Coke first.
Uh-oh.
Just completely ignores it, puts the tray on the bed, and spills 16 ounces of Coke onto my bed. 2 in the morning. And the guy's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, fuck. I was like, I just said it.
Yeah.
And he was too sweet, and I was too enlightened and happy, but I was just like, I just said, don't put the Coke on there. And it's just a big, wet brown stain. He's like, you want I should change the sheets? And I was like,
yeah, maybe.
yeah, you're going to have to change the sheets.
Yeah.
So he leaves, and he comes back to change the sheets, but I got a hot meal, so I just start eating my burger.
Sure.
While he's there changing the sheets.
Oh, that's awkward.
And we're in my tiny room, and I'm like, so how long you been in Ireland? He's like, well, about 2 years. We're just chit-chatting.
Yeah.
And like, when you're like me, you want room service, I want to sit. That's why I want room service. I don't want to walk downstairs. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Of course.
So now I'm chatting with some, Spanish guy who just spilled a gallon of Coke on my bed last night. I got 3 hours of sleep.
Oh, boy.
And he changes the sheet, but, like, it's a sheet. It's not impenetrable.
It's still wet.
The Coke is in my mattress.
Yes.
So I had to sleep, like, spooning a big Coke stain. And I took the hairdryer. I'm, like, spraying the hairdryer, and I just slept in a bath of Coke.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
but that was the first thing he said. He's like, I'll get you a new Coke. As soon as he spilled it, I'm like, yeah, obviously you're going to get me a new Coke, but, like, I have a Coke mattress now.
Yeah. Boy. Well, you're back to reality.
Yeah, and then I came back to America. Great to be back in the States. I had the night off. I went walking around New York, and New York is still the king of cities. You go to a city.
It is the king.
You spend 5 days, and you're like, what a great place, and you come back. And
I had that moment just yesterday, just walking out of my apartment. I went, this is great. I love it here.
Yeah.
How cool is this?
It's just the best. But I missed you, buddy, and it was fun being in touch with you with the computer. We get to text a bunch. And
Yeah. Good times. And I want to do some more traveling as well.
yeah, well, I'm doing the trip you did before with Bahrain and Dubai. I'm doing that in January. So,
Good. Have fun.
yeah.
I don't miss that.
Yeah, harrowing.
Ugh. Well, what do you got coming up?
Oh, here's what I wanted to plug. Boy, I feel like I've talked too much. I apologize, but it was quite an eventful trip. But here's what I want to plug this week. My Facebook page. I started a fan page.
Yes.
Comedian Joe List, because I've been maxed out on friends, and I keep getting more friend requests.
Right.
So if you're listening, please, I implore you, don't know what that means, click like on my fan page, Comedian Joe
Yes.
List, because that's where I'm trying to take things, because the other page will be more of a private, family. Aunt Donna can text me or whatever.
Right.
So go to Facebook, Comedian Joe List, and all you gotta do is click like, and then you'll get the updates, and I'll keep you up to date on where I'm going to be.
There you go. Go to mine, too.
Yeah, what's yours?
It's just Mark Normand fan page.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to do it after a while.
Yeah, and so click, and also the Tuesdays with Stories page.
Yeah, we have a page as well.
We're trying to make this thing big.
Yeah, we need you folks.
Yeah, I tweeted all these people in Ireland. It's because people were tweeting like, "Hey, that was a great show," and I was like, "Hey, please check out the podcast." So,
Great.
trying to build up a following over in Ireland and the UK. I would love to go over there with you.
Oh, yeah.
So do that, and then tomorrow's episode of Last Comic Standing, I will be on. I've been getting a lot of emails saying, "Where are you? You're full of shit."
Right.
I'll be on tomorrow.
That's exciting.
And how about you? You're about due for a fucking TV set, I feel like.
I just had a set on Showtime, so check that out. I think it's on YouTube by now. I don't know. And, I'm doing all the road like crazy. I'll be in Phoenix and what do you call that place? Charlie Goodnight's.
Oh, Raleigh.
Raleigh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm going there, and also going back to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got a gig in Hawaii. Some guy emailed me. He's like, I'll pay you this much. I said, I'm in.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
And yeah, we want to do some more of these organic gigs. If you got a
Yes.
place, we'd love to come and be part of your lives.
Sure, we love you all.
Yeah, so great. We talked about this while I was out there, and you put things in perspective when you're traveling and you're up late. I was so grateful for all the fans.
Oh, yeah. We couldn't do it without you. And you're growing every week, so that's awesome.
Yeah, tell a friend and give us a review on iTunes. We appreciate that. Click like on the fan page, our individual fan pages, and keep being really nice people.
And I'm sorry to every lady out there. Please, keep coming in.
All right.
That'll do it. We'll see you next
ya.
week.
Thank you.